What advice would you give your younger self that you'd actually listen to?
That I would listen to then or wish I could listen to now?
That you would have listened to back then?
That I would have listened to back then.
Because, we were a stubborn set of 16-year-olds.
For
I got
real.
a few years on you, though.
Do ya? You know, like, did I just find the information or is somebody telling me?
No, just based on your personality when you were 16. What advice would you have listened to if you, Ty Black today, present day, was giving that information?
I would have to be inspired by the person. I would have to look up to the person that I'm getting this advice from.
Mm-hmm.
And the advice would be...
But it's Ty Black to Ty Black. How about that?
Nah. I need to hear it from somebody.
You don't think that you could give yourself, like, Ty Black of 2026, you don't think you could give, like, your younger Ty Black advice?
I'm stubborn.
Really? That's interesting.
I need to hear it from somebody that I look up to or admire. And it would be figure out what feeds your emotions in the right way. I think. Does that make sense? Did I say it right?
Mm-hmm. So you would need somebody else to say to young Ty, figure out what feeds your emotions.
Yeah. So I always listen to other people, but myself. I'm
intrigued as to why you wouldn't listen to yourself.
Because I've always known the answers. That's the thing. I've always known the answers. And I fight myself I doubt myself. Like, say for instance today, like I'll see a post on Instagram and it's giving out information or advice and I'll be like, oh, that looks like sound advice. Then I read the comments, this guy's an idiot. And I was like, why did I believe that so quick? And then the person that doesn't think that is sound advice says something else. I was like, oh damn, I agree with that too.
But what if you can?
Two things could be true?
Absolutely.
That's where I just get confused because it's like two extremes. One person is saying one thing and another person is saying another.
Society wants us to believe that though, that there can only be one truth.
I believe that two things can be true, but on, let's say, one topic, I'm just thrown for a loop now.
So I'm going to answer that same question though. What's one thing that I would tell my younger self? And it would be listen to your intuition. Always been that, right? And I think based off of what you're saying right now, maybe you just need more discernment. Where it's like, rather than listening to yourself, actually truly listening to your gut and following like your first instinct, where you're not going to necessarily doubt yourself.
Every time I fought my gut, I lost.
That's good information for you. That's real good information for you.
I lost every time.
Our gut is there for a reason.
Both times I got arrested, my gut told me to call it a day.
Tell me if your mom was the same as mine. But my mom would always say, if your mind tells you don't go somewhere you're not supposed to go. And I would always try, and I rebelled. I rebelled against it. I never wanted to hear it. And I'd be like...
Do you look up to your mom?
Yeah. There's parts of her, so this is duality. This is two things can exist. I love my mom and I think she's incredible and I would choose her 100 million times.
Yeah.
But there are also things that now, me being an adult, me having children of my own, there are things where I'm like, Mom, why couldn't you have told me?
I was just telling my mom last night, I wish somebody taught me. I wish I had somebody to look up to.
Mm-hmm.
She got defensive.
Of course.
But in real life, I wasn't talking about where she lacked.
But she's gonna take it immediately. She's gonna be like, if you're saying that you didn't have anybody to look up to and she's your mother, that's gonna sting.
Well, she knows what my goals were, and she knows where her life ended up. So being realistic, if my son wants to play football and I'm not a professional athlete, I'm not gonna get offended that he wished that he had somebody to look up to. I know where I'm at in life.
Is that a situation of perception? And I want to give you a funny story that I literally spoke to my mom about yesterday. My grandmother, my mom's mom, right? She loved cards. So like any occasion, her birthday, Mother's Day, Christmas, she loved cards, and she wanted quite literally like the biggest card with the most flowers, the most colors, right?
Yeah.
And this one Mother's Day, my mom kind of rushed and left it till the last second and bought her this card. But like we went to Hallmark, bought her this big card, flowers and everything, but it was like, a mother's love is this, a mother's love is that, a mother's love is this. And my mom, when she's reading it and she's thinking, okay, this is a nice card to send her, my mom is looking at it like, these are the things that, the characteristics that she displays, right? My grandmother interpreted it and perceived it as my mom saying to her, these are the things that you should be doing. You know that woman photocopied the card and sent it to everybody in all of London, England?
For real?
Yes.
As
Because
like
she
a
took
template, like
Yeah, because she was like, how could she be telling me how to be a mother? How could she be telling me what a mother's love is supposed to be?
also she was complaining.
So
by
she
sending it.
took offense to it. So like, you know, you're having this conversation with your mom and you're looking at it like, well, if my son said he wanted to be a football player and I wasn't a football player, why would I be offended? But it's a matter of like perception. It's just the way how people see things.
But are you listening to what I'm actually saying? Forget your perception, your perspective. Can you listen to what I said?
That part.
I wish I had somebody to look up to. I wish I had an example. I wish somebody taught me. Nobody did with certain things.
People listen with their ears, but they don't like listen to understand. They don't listen from a place of compassion.
They listen to reply. So what's the point of the conversation? What's your takeaway? If it was pure defense and sensitivity and insults that you received.
Yeah.
Not one bit of that was to insult you.
Yeah.
What
There's
you-
a lesson to learn in every conversation.
What you made room to take offense. Did not call you out of your name. Didn't tell you lacked anywhere. It's just conversation. Oh, I wish I learned this.
No emotional intelligence.
None. While you're trying to teach me. So I have a problem with my temper. I have a problem with repeating things. I get very frustrated if I tell you things more than once, depending on the subject. But you'll always hear a tone the second time around I say it. And she's trying to teach me about awareness and watch my tone. She's always told me that from a youth. Watch my tone, watch how you treat people. And but while she's talking to me, she's raising her voice, getting upset when I'm questioning her. And I'm just questioning for information. Okay, so what do you mean by that? Okay, so what does that mean? I'm like, what you're teaching me, you can't do it yourself. What you're trying to teach me, what you want me to learn, you haven't mastered it. And this is not even a personal conversation that we're having. It's not about you, it's not about me. We're talking about musicians, athletes, and like there's people that have debates all the time and then they get loud. So something like that is where she's telling me, even though it's not a personal conversation, you still need to watch your tone and your octaves. And I was like, yeah, but the way you're talking to me right now is very, I don't like it. I don't like your tone. That's not about me. Yeah, but you're trying to teach me something. Can you set the example so I could believe? I need to believe you.
Yeah. Would it have been, do you think the message would have landed better if even in that moment she was saying, be mindful of your tone, be mindful of your octaves, how you're communicating your delivery. But that's something that I'm also still trying to learn. I'm still trying to practice that because I'm now recognizing that my tone or my approach in certain conversations didn't end up being beneficial for me. Would that have been better?
Yeah. I got the message. But obviously, you know the term easier said than done.
Absolutely.
In your lifetime, why haven't you been, like, the way you're talking to me right now and telling me that I need to watch myself, watch how I treat people, watch how I talk to them, pay attention to how it makes them feel, work on your awareness. You're saying all these things and I'm taking the message, but the way you're talking to me is making me feel small. So, Mom, why can't you do it? I'm just asking. Why can't you do it? What is stopping you from doing it?
Yeah.
Don't shoot the messenger. I'm not shooting the messenger. I'm asking the messenger.
Yeah.
Why can't you do it?
It's hard for her. It's hard for any person. The reason why that's like all of these sayings that we grew up hearing, you know, it's easier said than done, all of these things. When we're operating from like our own experiences and our own places of trauma, we can speak to the impact that we've experienced, not recognizing that we've also formed like belief systems, defense mechanisms. We've created safety and security in those same exact patterns. So we're not able to see it from the lens of, okay, now if I do the same thing, it's gonna affect my kids. It's gonna affect my partner.
I hate it.
It's so hard. That's why every part of our lives we have to be so intentional.
Yeah.
Because there's so many of us that are walking around and saying like, yeah, I used to get licks. I'm okay. No, you're not.
There's some type of trauma there.
Yeah, no, you're not.
That unhealed trauma.
Right. It's just that we've normalized it. Our parents yelled at us. We got licks. You know, our punishments were so like severe. And we normalized it because this is what we do.
That's what we knew.
That's what we know. So now we go and we do the same thing to our kids. But when we really sit down and think about it, if we stepped outside of that normalization piece, we'd be like, yo, that was so messed up. Like the punishment didn't match the error.
Consequence. The crime didn't match the consequence.
Exactly.
Because what?
That's all they knew.
No, but why do you think it didn't match? Do you not believe in consequences? To what degree should be the consequence?
Okay, let's think this through. We hear about stories of, you know, you come home late. The next thing that we used to hear, make sure the street lights them don't come on before you come home. Okay, fine. Street lights come on and you hear me pushing key in the door and I'm just walking through the door. Okay, I'm 1 minute late.
Yeah.
And this is not a personal example, but I'm saying the person
You sure?
No, it's not a personal example at all. 1 minute late.
Yeah.
Now you're getting your ass bust, like you're getting tore up.
Yeah.
Is that necessary?
No.
No. But for a lot of us, that was the experience. Your parents are coming in like they want to come fight you like you're a man on the street. Like, why?
Well, that's not the first time they told you.
So?
I'm not defending them. But why do they have to, how come they have to tell you 2 and 3 times? 2, 3, and 4 times? How many times do I have to tell you this?
Even still, even if you're repeating it, we're thinking about what the crime is. Does the consequence need to be that severe? Or are we offering that consequence because those are the consequences that we experience and that they experience and the generations before that experience?
Well, that violation is very small for that day, for that week, for that time period. But what about anything else?
Are we not supposed to be dealing with the violation
At hand?
at hand? We're not thinking about, okay, well, you came home 1 minute late. Now I'm just frustrated with you in general. So I'm going to like give you licks for the candy that you stole 5 years ago.
Okay, so what is suffice for if you had a teenager and they robbed the store, or they beat somebody up and they ganged up on somebody, like things that could actually get you in trouble with the police, like what would you think is suffice?
It depends on your kid.
Why?
It depends on your kid because, first of all, we need to get to the root of why they think that they need to do that.
Okay.
Right? Number
Poverty.
two.
Poverty.
Could be, right? Okay, so.
Poverty and anger issues.
But where did those come from?
The parents.
Possibly, right? Their own experiences.
Yeah.
So why are they doing that? Why did they think that it was okay for them to go to a store and go rob somebody? What is it? What was the message? Like, what is the internal messaging? What are they looking for? What type of support that have they been looking for this entire time? Where nobody, to your point earlier, where nobody was listening to them.
Yeah. What point was that?
You said you were having a conversation with your mom.
Oh, okay.
And she wasn't actually listening to you saying, I wish I had somebody to look up to.
She was listening
right?
to the response.
So up until that point, had this child been coming to you and saying like, I'm getting made fun of at school for the shoes that I'm wearing. And you're like, go sit down. It's okay, you can go wear our byway shoes.
Yeah, there was no consoling.
Right.
No comfort.
What you want me to do? I'm not gonna go buy you those Jordans. What are you talking about, $300 shoes?
The response is crazy.
Right. So were you listening? So now he says, okay, well, mom's not gonna go buy me those $300 shoes. So I'm gonna take it into my own hands. I'm gonna go rob this person. Because I'm at school getting bullied. I'm at school getting made fun of. I don't want that. That doesn't feel good. So I'm going to go do what I need to do.
Yeah.
So were you listening?
No. I remember for me, it was as simple as, can I have $10 a week?
No.
But my friend gets $5 a day. My Iranian friend, my Asian friends go buy Skittles on recess all the time. I want to buy something. Can't do it.
So what are you going to do? You still want it. Doesn't change the fact that you want it, even though you don't have the money.
Exactly. Because this is my flock of friends.
Right.
And I'm left out.
Right.
I don't want to be, yo, can I have some? I want my own stuff.
Right. Or you tell them, I want Skittles, and then they're going to go to the dollar store and buy you the bootleg Skittles. Everybody's going to know that it's not the Skittles.
Yeah.
I want this hoodie. I want an Essentials hoodie. And then you're going to go, Winners has an Essentials hoodie.
Oh, their own type?
Yeah, it says Essentials on it, but it's not Essentials.
Oh, okay.
But
it's
how?
Not authentic.
It's not authentic. How many times did that
That's
happen
fake.
to us? It's fake. I can't wear that. It's a good. Nothing wrong with it. Put it on.
They're not wrong.
No, they're not wrong because that might be what they can afford. But again, the delivery.
What are clothes for? Are we going to school for a fashion show or
No,
what?
we're not going to school for a fashion show. But being a high school
You feel
kid,
left out.
yeah, being kids are mean.
Yeah.
Kids don't care that your parents don't have money.
Yeah. Especially the fortunate ones.
Right. And if you're already a kid that's like struggling with insecurities, like I remember I have a story, Zellers, right? I think it was like grade 4, grade 5 or something. Yeah. Back to school, we're going back to school shopping. My mom took me to Zellers. I got our Brooks shoes, okay? Brooks.
I remember Brooks.
Right? I knew that they weren't like Nikes.
Yeah.
Fila's maybe at that time.
Yeah.
But I'm confident.
Brooks was going in though.
No, Brooks was not going from Zellers. Stop it.
I had Brooks.
Yeah, we probably all had Brooks, but like it wasn't my first choice. But I'm confident. So I put on my Brooke shoes and I knew that nobody was going to tell me nothing.
Yeah.
But inside, I was like, I don't want to fucking wear these shoes.
Yeah.
You kidding?
Yeah.
But what could I say? Because my mom was not, and my dad, worse, was not going to go spend them times $100 was a lot for a pair of shoes, right? But if you're a kid that's already struggling with insecurities and somebody's like, yo, what kind of shoes is that? And you clam up and you don't know how to like hold yourself down.
Yeah.
That's going to make you feel like this big. But our parents did not recognize our insecurities. They didn't hear us when we were like doing those things. So now back to the main point of
Trauma.
the trauma and like what is the consequence. I think before we decide that we're going to go lay licks down into them, we have to take a step back and really assess the situation and be like, yo, why would my kid think that they need to do that? And not to take on the blame, because there still needs to be consequences. We still have to teach our kids accountability, right? But there's also a part of it where us as the parents, like we have to assess and be like, did I miss something?
What does accountability mean to you? A lot of people have, like, I like to go based on facts, but a lot of people think certain things are subjective. So accountability, does that just mean, oh, I admitted it? Yes, it was me? That's
Part of it.
Okay, so what's the full part?
Don't coming up with an excuse after that. You're going to own it. You're going to bear all the consequences of it. And you're going to sit down and take whatever else comes with it.
Okay, so you're going to fix it.
You're going to fix it.
Okay. So if you're the reason why I missed the bus to get to work, what does accountability look like to you?
Yo, Ty, I'm sorry. Like, I made you miss the bus.
Okay.
I'm apologetic. I'm not going to let this happen again. No excuses.
I still need to get to work.
I'm taking you.
Okay.
We're going to figure out how you're going to get there.
So you fixed it?
Yeah. We got to figure out how you're going to get there. Let's think about this.
Yeah.
I fucked up. I'm going to pay for your Uber.
Something. That's what accountability is to me as well.
For me as well.
There's people that think that if they just admit it, well, yeah, I did it. I was wrong.
Some people think saying, oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
I'm looking for change behavior with your apology.
But that's what an apology is.
Yeah.
That's what an apology is. Don't tell me that you're sorry and then go do the same thing tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't want it. I quite literally don't want to hear you tell me that you're sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, unless you're intentional about it.
And there's flexibility, right? Because of course it's like, you know, I forget this thing here. Oh, Ty, my bad. Like, I'm not even trying to disrespect your house. And I come back and like, you know, we're getting whatever and I forget it again. Sorry, Ty, you know, whatever.
When is it gonna stop?
Right. But if you say to me like, Char, like, I really don't like that. I feel like that's mad disrespectful.
Yeah.
I have to take that in, take that L, take all of the emotions and the shame that comes with it. Cause now I'm feeling embarrassed. You're checking me for my absent-mindedness. So now I have to hold all of that.
Yeah.
But automatically, again, because the defenses come up, we're like, oh, I forgot it because I went to the washroom. And then like, you know, when I went to the washroom, I seen everybody was getting up to leave. And then I never had a chance to come. Don't do that.
It's an excuse. Like,
just own it.
The result is the thing is still there and I don't like it.
That's it. Because now we have to pay attention to how you were impacted by it. Because now you're feeling disrespected. I don't respect your house. Now you have to go behind me and go pick up after me. Who wants to feel like that?
And it's like, when it comes to the consequences, like I have a scenario where my child brought police to the house. I've never in my life had police come to the house. So for me, that was very uncomfortable. And he was causing trouble. And the crime was very small. Nikki 9 doors. We all did it. But it's not about the crime sometimes to me. I don't want you to ever feel comfortable causing trouble. I don't want you to think. I never felt comfortable enough to cause trouble and think my mom's gonna save me. Other kids did, because they got arrested multiple times. in their teens. But it's just like, if I go extreme with this punishment, you're gonna remember this, and you're gonna say to yourself, it's not worth it. What I'm gonna go through at home if I get caught or in trouble for this. Nah, man. Nah.
You have to know your kid.
You have to know your kid. And I feel like an extreme punishment justifies that because of what I'm trying to prevent in the future.
When I say that you have to know your kid.
Yeah.
There are some kids where you can give them licks and they'll take the licks and that don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
Right? There are other kids where if you sit down and have a conversation with them and you say, Ty, I'm so disappointed in you.
If they respect you.
I thought you knew better than this.
Yeah.
That could hurt more than the licks. You have to know your kid.
Because your kid doesn't want to let you down.
Yeah, because if you're giving your kid licks, your kid's not necessarily going to respect you because they're going to be like, yo, why couldn't you just talk to me? You didn't have to hit me. You think that you're going to get respect because you hit somebody, you know? You gonna because take the titles away. I always say this. Take the titles away.
Yeah.
If you ran into somebody on road and you did whatever, you brushed them, and it was an accident, and they turn around, they punch you in the face, are you gonna respect them?
No.
Because the punishment doesn't match the crime.
I'm gonna be more careful though.
Maybe.
So I don't want to get punched in the face
Maybe.
randomly.
But you're not thinking about that in the moment. But you're also still gonna think about it if the person turns around and like, yo, bro, like, you're freaking 6'4". Like, you just brushed me. I'm 5'1". Like, be mindful. Like, what are you doing?
So if they punch me in my face, for me, it's gonna raise my awareness of my
No,
wearables.
it's gonna raise your defenses because you're gonna punch them back.
Yeah, but I'll also be more aware next time. No?
Maybe.
It doesn't even.
That's not gonna do shit for me.
It doesn't even have to be somebody punching you. You could trip and fall. Mm-hmm. And then next time when you get back up, you're gonna pay attention to where you're walking.
It's dependent on the person. That's not gonna make me respect you. That's gonna make me hate you. I'm gonna want to fight you.
No, but let's say you just trip and fall by yourself. Mm-hmm. You missed the step, or you hit a crack or an unleveled piece of pavement. It's about awareness now.
Yeah, but if I'm clumsy, if I'm just a clumsy person, I can't hate myself because I'm clumsy.
Hate yourself?
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to trip and fall. Like, as much as I would like to be more aware next time and step lighter, is it going to change the fact that I'm still probably going to put on those high heels that I tripped in?
Well, you just added to the scenario by being clumsy.
But these are the things that you have to consider. So...
Not everybody's clumsy.
No, not everybody's clumsy, but, like, getting to the root of a particular type of behavior. So you have a child who thinks it's okay to go play Nicky Nicky Nine Door, gets in trouble, and then police are at your door. Mm-hmm. Why is it automatically we're going straight to the consequence? Because, like, if it was a situation where it was like, yo, I don't care, Dad, whatever, like, I was having fun, I don't care. Okay, fine, box him, yeah. Because that feels disrespectful, right? But, like, get to the root of what it is. Like, what were you doing? Why did you think that this was smart?
They always shrug their shoulders and say, I don't know, this person told me to do it. They're not thinking.
Right. But have that conversation because you're also dealing with a child. Where we expect kids to have the same brain capacity as us, where it's like, this is common sense, when common sense isn't even common to people our age.
Common sense comes from experience.
Exactly. So for them, he's going to be like, I don't know, my friend thought it was cool. I'm going to go ahead and do it. That's an opportunity for you to teach a lesson, to bring awareness. Moment. Exactly. Yeah. Where it's like, no, your friend told you to go do this thing and you had the possibility of getting into trouble. That's not your friend. You got to think for yourself.
Well, they're both not thinking.
Or they're both not thinking. But let him get in trouble by himself.
What I would say about that, it's like, it's a teachable moment before they get caught by anybody outside of your home.
But sometimes we have to go through we can't teach our kids everything.
No, we can't. But I'm saying, for example, if I caught them in the act, then yeah, nobody saw, hey, listen, bud, this is what you should and shouldn't be doing. But now it's escalated before my eyes, and it's out of my control.
I think you need to take a second, because you saw police come to your door. And your first response was, oh, I have to fix this by doing this because he needs to know. There needs to be this big, intense, consequence so that he learns a lesson. You need to check yourself.
Why?
What were you scared of?
It could get worse. The police came and gave a warning, and then said, if this happens again, he'll go to jail. He'll get charged. So.
But you need to deal with your fear, because that could have easily been settled with a conversation. Bro, you're lucky that you only got off with a warning. It doesn't have to result to violence. He's already more aware, because he now knows, oh, if I go play Nikki Nikki Nine Door and the neighbors call the police, they're going to come to the door. Now my parents are going to know what I'm up to. He's already aware. So now your response, you might have to really sit with yourself and be like, why did I respond like that? What was the anger that I felt? What was that anger actually telling me? What was I scared of? Why was I so disappointed? Why did I feel like I needed to go there?
I had a premonition of it being out of my hands one day, where I can't save you.
You can't control him. And you're not always going to be able to save him.
Exactly my point. So
but nothing that you do is going to be able to change that.
Because I can't save you, I don't want you to feel comfortable doing certain things. There's kids that feel comfortable because their parents give them a slap on the wrist. We'll always bail them out. We'll always console them.
Did you actually ask him if he felt comfortable doing that again after the police came to the door?
Funny thing is, he did it the week before or 2 weeks before in another city. They didn't get in trouble.
Right.
They didn't get caught.
Right.
But I didn't get wind of it.
But the situation completely changed. So where we're talking about awareness, right? He did it in another city. You didn't know. There was no consequence. So he was like, yeah, I could get in trouble, but I'm going to try because I'm a kid. And let me see if I can get away with it, because we all did that. His awareness may not be there yet. But guess what? This next week when he does it in your city and the police come to the door, his awareness is going to be up, because he's like, oh, crap, this is real. I could really get in trouble. So where you're thinking about it from the perspective of, I need to let him know that there are potential consequences. I need to bring awareness to this. The awareness was there. And then if you ask him now, after that level of awareness, after the police come knock your door, did you actually ask him, do you understand the consequences?
Yeah.
And?
He said yes.
Okay. So then what more do you need?
I'll put it like this. There's people that are willing to take your scolding because they know it's only going to be 5 minutes.
We're talking about your son.
Okay. I don't want him to feel like it's only going to be a 5-minute scolding and then it's over.
But if he does it again, there's going to be another consequence.
And what's that?
So that might be a 10-minute scolding or something more severe. I'm just saying it could be something more severe. But when we want to stay present in the moment, where it's like the consequence was the police got called, they came to the door. He's now having to sit down in front of you and have this conversation with you, where inside of him, he doesn't feel good. Okay. He knows that you don't feel good. He sees that you're angry. He's having to have this conversation. All of that is uncomfortable. So that in itself is going to translate into the next situation. He's going to think twice before he says, oh, let's go outside, go have fun. And his friend is like, yeah, let's play Nikki Nikki Nine Door. He's going to be like, hell no. The way how my dad was upset, I'm not doing that shit again.
So should a child fear their parent?
No.
Why?
That's my opinion. I don't think a child needs to fear their parent. I think there needs to be respect, but I don't think there needs to be fear. Why would you want to fear your parent? I don't want to be around anything that scares me. If a mouse ran in this room, I'm scared of mice.
Yeah, for sure. You're uncomfortable.
Right.
Right. But I'm not saying you're in constant fear
But
of
they,
your parent.
but what's the in between?
If I do this and I get in trouble, I fear how my parent will react.
So should a child fear their parent? No. Should a child fear the consequences
Yeah.
of disobeying their parent?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Because if it's not me, it's going to be the cops.
Right.
And I'd rather it be me. Because when it's the cops, it's out of my hands.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell them, oh, yeah, it's my son.
Mm-hmm.
Just chill out.
We have to be okay and wrap our head around the fact that everything that our kids do is out of our hands. Everything. We can't control them. We can't control their outcomes. We can't control who they're going to grow up to be.
But remember, I said I wish somebody taught me.
Yeah. But even if your mom sat down and had every single conversation, your dad sat down and had every single conversation.
I'm still going to make my own choice.
You're still going to make your own decisions, and there's nothing that they can do. We have to be able to let go of this need for control, because the need for control comes from the fact that we are scared. We're scared of the outcome. That's anxiety at its finest. That's why all of us are sitting here walking around with anxiety to the 10th degree.
Yeah.
Because we're scared of everything. But once you can release that control and say, I've given her everything that they need, the foundation to be a good human.
Go be free.
Go be free. And if you make a mistake, I'm going to support you. There's going to be a consequence, because two things can exist. I can support you while also implementing whatever consequence needs to be, because I love you, but we can have a conversation about it. I never liked anybody yelling at me, because I don't respect it. I don't like people yelling at me. I don't like people swearing at me. Definitely don't touch me. That is not going to make me respect you, and it's not going to make me fear you either. I'm just going to want to fight you.
Yeah.
That's not going to do shit for me. And because I know how that feels, I'm not going to I try very hard not to do that to other people, because I don't like how that feels.
I used to yell at people all the time.
I mean, I yell. Of course I yell.
Yeah, but all the time. And I didn't realize what it was doing to people. Why? Because everybody just was so accepting of it. Mm-hmm. They got used to it. And it was almost, I would say, borderline bullying.
It's abuse.
Yeah, it is abuse. It's abuse because without even thinking about it, I'm taking advantage of you. Mm-hmm. I'm stronger than you, I'm louder than you, mm-hmm. and I fear less. Mm-hmm. And I know with a louder tone, a big bravado, I'll get my way. Mm-hmm. And I've gotten my way for so many years. It became me. It was like second nature to just react that way. Mm-hmm. And then, oh, that's Ty. Leave him. That. Once you get to know him, you'll learn that he doesn't mean anything by it. That's just how he reacts. That's how he talks. Mm-hmm. So my friends, everybody that knew me, just made excuses for me all the time, and mm-hmm. And I never lost friends like that. Mm-hmm. Mm. Not for a long time. So there was no consequence for me. Mm-hmm. I could do what I want, mm-hmm. basically, until we got older, until some of my friends started having kids, and maybe they were already in an abusive relationship and their escape was me. Mm-hmm. And then I'm barking at them. And I wouldn't say it's personal, but I'm just loud. Mm-hmm. And then sometimes they would shut down. And I'm like, how come my homegirl's not talking to me anymore? We used to talk every day. What's going on? What was our last conversation about?
When you're saying you're yelling, are you passionate in speaking where you just have a loud volume, or like are you actually yelling like there's tension in the conversation?
More times it's passion, and they take it for the second one you just said. They
misinterpret it.
They misinterpret it for tension, mm-hmm. right? Because, like I was saying, The louder I get, the angrier you think I am. But as soon as we're done that conversation or debate or argument, hey, what do you want to eat? You want to watch something?
Because it was nothing to you.
It was nothing to me.
But they're internalizing it.
They're internalizing it. Their feelings are hurt. They're uncomfortable. They want to leave. They don't want to talk anymore. They shut down. And I was like, why are you so soft? Why are you so sensitive? I've been so hardened over the years where I super lack empathy. Super. So when you're upset or you're complaining or maybe you're crying, I was like, what's wrong with you? I'll watch you with tears down your face and be like, what's happening here?
What do you feel?
What do I feel?
Yeah.
Nothing. At the time, nothing. I just didn't understand why the person was crying.
Every single person?
Not every single person. Just maybe depending on the context.
If they were crying as a result of something that happened within your interaction, but you are directly involved.
Then I would notice.
Yeah, but would you feel anything if they're crying?
I would stop. That's a signal for me to stop. Catch me in my tracks.
So if I was sitting here crying right now, and I'm talking about you back then, if I was sitting here crying and I'm like, oh my God, like, you know, my boyfriend, he yelled at me and I didn't like it, and I'm crying, you would feel nothing?
Yeah, because I'm not in the situation. If I'm yelling at you and you start crying, I'm going to stop yelling because I'm just like, whoa, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
I'm just reacting. Let's say I'm actually angry. Let's say it's not passion. Let's say it's tension. If I'm yelling at you for you doing something wrong, or me repeating myself, and why did you do this again? You're not respecting me. All of that, the theatrics, and then you just start crying. And I'm like, whoa, it's not what I wanted. I just wanted you to get the message. Even though I'm angry, I just wanted you to get the message.
Yeah.
But you're receiving anger and dark energy, not the message, because my delivery is terrible. And it's like, would that be considered blacking out if you don't realize what you're doing?
No.
Okay, well, I don't realize what I'm doing.
No, because you're yelling, or like your need to have a louder voice is a defense mechanism for you.
What am I defending?
So if in that moment me and you are having a conversation and we're having a debate and you have a point and you're trying to get your point across and I'm not hearing it, or I'm resisting it, or I'm shutting it down,
or cutting me off,
or I'm cutting you off.
Oh gosh.
You are literally fighting to get your point out. You want to be heard.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Going back to your mom maybe not having the same delivery. You didn't have the opportunity when you were a kid to yell back.
No.
But you wanted to feel heard.
Yeah.
So now you're a big man. There ain't no
What's
rules.
with the back chat?
There ain't no rules.
Yeah.
So now you're going to talk loud and you're going to get big because you learned that when you have something to say, you want to get your point out, the louder you get is the easier it is for your point to get across. You're the little boy.
You're going to hear me.
You're going to hear me because now I'm a big man. You can't tell me what to do. But when you're a little boy,
I get shut down.
You get shut down. You can't say nothing.
Yeah.
But guess what? You're having that conversation with me as an adult, but it's actually little Ty that's coming up.
Goddamn. Goddamn. So that's damage.
Huge damage. And we can't see it.
That's trauma, that's damage.
And we can't see it.
That sucks.
It's horrible.
Because the way you were actually cutting me off yesterday and it was pissing me off.
When did I cut you off?
We were just having a casual conversation.
And you felt it?
I was super annoyed. Like you wouldn't let me finish my sentence. It's fine. I didn't take it as rude. It's just I find a lot of people just have that habit of they're just so anxious.
Oh, I've heard it a time or two.
But that is my biggest peeve.
Why?
Probably because of what you just said. Little boy Ty was always shut down when he had something to say. He was never heard. And then there's a lot of times where when people cut me off now, they cut me off and assume what I'm going to say. And 80% of the time, they're wrong. And that's what makes me even more upset. Finishing my sentences is a different thing. I have a friend that finishes my sentences. And I'm like, oh, this is amazing. We're like this.
Tell me the difference.
What's the difference?
Yeah.
Because you know where I'm going with it. But when you cut me off, you block where I'm going, and then you go another way. And it's usually negative. So why are you talking? Are you going somewhere? Are you running out of time? Are you about to miss a flight? Do you have to clock in for work? I thought we were having a conversation here. So why can't you just wait? Why can't you have manners? This is very disrespectful. Another friend would just, and I'm like, yo, you just cut me off. And they kept on going. They kept on going. I was like, yo, this is unbelievable. Why is this happening? And I'm fuming. I'm fuming. We could be talking about groceries. But if you cut me off, like, I just go there. It's just as serious as anything else.
So in this conversation that we've been having, majority of the time, you're getting your points out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And even in our conversation yesterday, majority of the time you were getting your points out. So it could be like one thing.
It could be one thing, but it was when we were talking freely. We were having a different conversation. We had a full conversation about the parenting and relationships and all that stuff, but we started chit-chatting afterwards. It was like surface talk, and you were cutting me off. And I was like,
why didn't you say something?
Because I'm trying to be more aware of my patience, and I need to build more. I can't let you draw me out. I'm working on myself, and this is what has destroyed the relationships for me. My reaction time. 0 patience for certain things that I know that bother me. So now that I know, I'm fully aware of who I am and what triggers me, what sets me off. Let me work on my patience. Okay, Charlene's cutting me off right now. I don't have to get mad, because this does not distinguish the rest of my day. Just hold your tongue, Ty. Hold your tongue. Let her get out what she needs to get out so urgently. And I feel like that's how I'll build patience. It's my tolerance.
What's going through my mind right now is I really want to know at what point did I cut you off? Because I'd love to like.
It was frivolous.
Really, I'd love to unpack that.
It was very frivolous. It didn't like, not that it doesn't matter, but it wasn't even important stuff. That's why I said we were chit-chatting. It was surface stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I may have been telling you a story about when I went to Walmart and the cashier was looking at me wrong or whatever. Oh, so what color was she? What did she say? Are you sure? Like, you didn't even let me finish the sentence, is what I'm saying.
That type of stuff.
Yeah. Just let me tell the story. I'm a great storyteller. I'm sure by the end of me telling you the story, every question will be answered. So that's why it bothers me. That's one reason why it bothers me when people cut me off. Because you're gonna get everything. I'm long-winded.
The other part of it for me is I don't think I love when you say like you don't have to get upset, because I think you being able to recognize, you being able to recognize that you're upset, it's data for you where it's like, okay, what do you need in that moment? Because I think that's also the part that's going to build on the patience.
It's data for me?
Yeah.
Okay,
'Cause,
so
like,
it's information.
yeah. So it's like, why we're having regular conversation. You have interpreted being cut off as disrespect. But you know that in our relationship, I would never disrespect you, like intentionally, right?
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, it's data. So why is it the default, I feel disrespected, therefore I'm going to get upset? And
you
maybe
don't have-
even in that moment, you weren't even thinking that.
You don't have manners. I don't think you intend to disrespect me, but you don't have manners.
But you know that I have manners.
Not in this context.
So right off the bat. You think I don't have any manners?
In this context, no. In this scenario, no. If somebody eats with their mouth open at the table, do they have table manners?
If somebody's sitting at the table eating with their mouth open, right? It's gross. It's a pet peeve of mine. Terrible. Ugh, gross. But I'm not going to say overall that they don't have any manners.
I never said overall. I said in this scenario, do they have table manners?
I don't think I would say that they don't have manners. I just think
Table manners.
yeah, but
Etiquette.
Who sets the rules?
It's universal.
Is it?
Yes.
So why do so much people do it?
Because they don't have manners.
Getting away from the question.
No, I'm not getting away from the question. I'm just like, no, because I really don't think it's that they don't have manners. I don't think
Then
it's that.
What they lack something.
Because I'm thinking about
He said specifically table manners.
no table manners.
So it's very specific to the scenario. If somebody's eating with their mouth open, which you can't stand yourself, you're gonna be like, ew, this person has no manners. But specifically, it's table manners, which means they're lacking table manners. Period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So in the case where somebody's talking, this is what it was coming
Yeah.
from, right?
Yeah.
If you're constantly cutting somebody off, you have no manners when it comes to communication. Period. Not overall. It's just.
No, I'm hearing that. I'm hearing that.
Yeah.
I was stuck on this table manners part because it's like, who makes the rules?